Hi everyone, my name is Rishit. Today is the 10th of September 2023 and I'll be making my weekly prediction for Tesla for the week ending the 15th of September 2023. As usual, we'll go over the monthly, weekly, and finally the daily charts, and I'll give my final overview of the prediction this week. As usual, it's important to make the disclaimer that before entering a position in the market, it's important to conduct your own analysis, and going solely off of this information is unadvisable since markets are subject to risk and you can result in hefty losses if an unadvised position is taken. Now that we've covered the disclaimer, let's get straight into the video. And the first chart we're going to analyze is the monthly charts. We can see that July we had a strong spinning top candle. Then the next month we had another spinning top or even doji candle. However, this candle is quite interesting because we can see that the market went seriously far down and then got pulled quite high up. So although for the most part this might be a bullish signal, here it's important to be careful since the last month was also a spinning top. So until we have a strong directional candle in either upwards or downwards, it's unadvisable to take a position, since this clearly shows that there was high volatility during the month as there was a large range of price action. Next, let's head over to the weekly charts where we can see some of the price action in a bit more detail. We can see that last week we had a doji candle. Even this week we have more of a spinning top or doji candle. So we have 2 weeks with uncertain results. We defined a range to break out from last week, which clearly has not been broken this week as well. So on this note, again, we will give it a range, this time a little bit shorter, so that there is an actual breakout. Since if we look at the daily charts, we can see the reasoning behind this. If you look at the RSI, there was a clear cross downwards, and the RSI is on the move up, which we can see kind of in the price movement. Not so much here, but we can see this in a little bit more detail if we head over to the daily charts. So last week we ended off here, where there was a strong green candle breaking us into this kind of rectangle pattern. Then we have an upward movement, a bounce downwards, and this is where we ended that week. Then on the 5th, we had another strong green candle, however, no breakout. Then we had a bounce downwards, and we were still within the range from last week, which is actually the support here, 233.98, clearly not broken. But since we have enough price action now to move a more temporary support upwards to 242.46, which we can see is supported by several of the points here, and plus it is more or less the entry point for this rectangular sideways pattern anyways, price action. So this is the range that we're going with this week, as there's enough price movement to justify shortening the range. And more importantly, if the price is to go upwards, then we have a strong resistance that hasn't changed, making it a strong upward signal. And if it does go downwards, then we have 2 support points, which if there is enough movement will be broken anyways, and then you have a strong sell signal. If we look at the RSI here, we can see that the average is starting to tilt up, while the RSI values in itself are kind of sideways. So if we do see an average crossover from below to above, we have another strong bullish signal for the week. And as usual, if there are any relevant changes to this prediction, I will record them and post them on this channel. But for the most part, this is what it's going to be like. Again, before concluding the video, I'll just give the overall prediction again, which is to wait for the breakout of this sideways pattern, sideways price action. If it breaks upwards, then we have a bullish signal to buy or go long, and if it does break downwards, then we have a sell signal. And if it does, again, if it breaks this support here as well, 233.98, then we have another even stronger sell signal. So people with existing positions can add on to it, because now there's a double confirmation of a downwards movement, and you can act on it relatively quickly. And this concludes my video for the prediction for Tesla this week. As usual, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week, so enjoy.